Starting seeds is one of the most satisfying experiences a gardener can have. Watching a tiny speck of life push through the surface of the soil, knowing it's on its way to becoming a mature plant, it's pure magic. But as many gardeners have discovered, seed starting can also be an exercise in frustration when things don't go as planned. Seeds rot, fail to germinate, or sprout only to wither. And often, the single most overlooked cause of those failures is the seed starting mix. Choosing the right seed starting mix is not just important, it's essential. It's the one thing you must do if you want your seedlings to thrive. Your seeds are genetically programmed to grow, but they need the right conditions. And that starts with the medium you plant them in. Many gardeners make the mistake of grabbing regular potting soil or even garden soil, thinking any soil is good enough. But seed starting is a delicate process, and using the wrong mix is like asking a baby to thrive in an unsuitable environment. The right seed starting mix must meet 3 basic needs. It has to be lightweight, well-draining, and free of pathogens. Seeds don't need nutrition to germinate, they come with all the energy they need stored inside. What they do need is a medium that supports moisture retention without waterlogging, and allows their fragile roots to expand without resistance. Regular potting soil is too dense and heavy. It holds too much water, compacts easily, and often contains chunks or organic matter that can block delicate sprouts from breaking through. A good seed starting mix is typically made from ingredients like peat moss or coconut coir for moisture retention, vermiculite or perlite for aeration, and sometimes a trace of compost or worm castings for microbial activity. But the most important thing is the texture. Light, fluffy, and fine enough that even the tiniest seed can anchor and grow without being overwhelmed. You can buy high-quality seed starting mixes pre-made or create your own, but the focus must always be on structure and cleanliness. Another often forgotten detail is the sterility of the mix. While the idea of sterile soil might sound odd in organic gardening, starting seeds is the one place where a sterile medium actually helps. At this fragile stage, the threat of damping off, a fungal disease that causes seedlings to collapse overnight, is high. Using a sterile seed starting mix helps minimize this risk, especially when working indoors where airflow and drying are limited. Once your seedlings have developed true leaves and are ready to transplant, they can be introduced to more microbe-rich environments. Hydration is also key. A quality seed starting mix must be able to absorb and retain moisture evenly. Dry mixes often repel water at first, creating dry pockets or causing water to run off. If you're mixing your own, it's a good idea to moisten it beforehand until it feels like a wrung-out sponge. Too dry and the seeds won't germinate, too wet and they'll rot. It's a fine balance, and the mix plays a critical role in helping you hit that sweet spot. It's also worth mentioning that not all seeds have the same needs. Larger seeds like beans and squash can handle coarser textures and may even do well in slightly amended mixes. But for tiny seeds like lettuce, basil, or petunias, using a very fine seed starting mix can make all the difference. Their roots are so fine that even small chunks can act as barriers. Tailoring your mix to the size of your seeds adds another layer of success to your efforts. For gardeners who want to avoid peat moss for sustainability reasons, coconut coir is a fantastic alternative. It holds moisture well, resists compaction, and is renewable. Just make sure it's been rinsed properly, as cheap coir can sometimes retain salts. When choosing your mix, whether you buy or make, it's about reading the ingredients, feeling the texture, and thinking about the roots that will depend on it. Think of the mix as a temporary nursery for your seeds. They only need to live there for a few weeks, but what happens in those weeks sets the stage for their entire growing season. Choosing the right seed starting mix may sound like a small detail, but it's one of those small hinges that swing big doors. It's the foundation of healthy germination, strong seedlings, and productive plants. When you get it right, everything else becomes easier. Your seedlings will emerge faster, grow stronger, and transplant with greater resilience, and you'll spend less time troubleshooting and more time enjoying your garden. If this guide helped demystify seed starting for you, don't forget to subscribe to Hydrohaven for more practical, soil-smart gardening content. Share this video with your fellow gardeners who are ready to give their seeds the best possible start. Because great gardens begin with great starts, and those starts begin with the mix you choose.